All right, welcome back. We currently have 3 people subscribed. That is awesome. I'm going to be recording videos more often because it's fun, right? I like doing it. I am going to change how I record a little bit today. I am not going to be doing live examples in this video. I'm kind of trying out new things and seeing what I like doing best. And this is what I've come up with today. Right, we're going to be going back during the day and seeing what happens, because I think I can fit more into one video and it's less boring to watch, perhaps, probably. So no live examples today. Okay, maybe one quick one. All right, and we will target the bottom. There we go, 30 to 1, cute. Let's mark this off so we know not to go past there. All right, cool. So yeah, we're targeting the bottom. This is basically a 0 confirmation entry, but we'll see what happens. Let's go back in the day. All right, so let's be realistic here. Let's look, I'm not going to be awake at 3 a.m. in the morning, so let's go a little bit to the right. All right, so what are we looking at? We have orders. Basically, my understanding is, like I said in the last video, price, like all things, follow the path of least resistance. All right, so let's imagine we are in this area right there. Price is between this low and this high. Now, price broke through this low. It depends on the context, whether a break is a reversal or a continuation. But in this case, it was a continuation. So that makes the new low right there until a break, and then you pick the highest point. All right, so break, that means the highest point is right there, and you can discard this older one. Same thing right there, move the low down and discard the one above. Personally, I don't consider this valid, so we are going to move it down. Is that a break? It's not. All right, cool. So now you can see price broke above this high, after which it comes down and sets us up for a reversal. So move your line to that high and discard this one. Then price continues and it breaks this low. So discard that one and place it on this new low. And then price breaks below this low. So you can discard this one up there and move it down there. So what we have now, we have identified a reversal. Very nice. It comes down into this zone, gets filled and goes up. And all of this combined tells me the path of least resistance is up. All right. So after a break there, you can trail up the highest point and mark it out. And you can set a box that you can trade off. This payoff is pretty terrible, but it is possible. If you like a little bit more confirmation, of course, you can pick this one as well. It works basically the same. You target the top, and when it breaks, you mark out the lowest area within that range. And of course, when it breaks, you move it to the highest point. This broke, so this is now also tradable. Projection right there, stop below, targeting the top. And when it breaks, you know the drill by now. You move the line to the lowest price in this region. And you can discard this one. You don't need it. So do the same thing that you've done right there. Mark out the highs, mark out the lows, see where it breaks, and then trail it up to the highest point. Now this is technically a zone, but this happened too fast. So I'm not going to be putting a projection right there. And right here, there are no signs of it slowing down, so we're not even going to be thinking about shorting. But mark these out because they are important. As you can see right there, continue what we've been doing the entire time and mark out lows and highs. So as you can see, it broke right there. Now in the context of having a zone right beneath it, I think this is a continuation instead of a full reversal. But when it breaks, again, same thing, move it up to the highest point. And when it breaks, do the same thing for the downside. And when that one breaks, do the same thing for the upside. It's really simple. We're doing this because we need a target. There we go. Target at top. Simple. Price is now between these two lines, so I'm just going to be discarding these, and you're just going to follow it. So wait for a break. This is already the lowest point, so you don't have to do anything. So in this case, just move it up right there. Now in situations like these, you kind of just wait until either side breaks. Either side is fine. And when it breaks, make sure you update your layout. So the high gets moved up to there. After a break, this becomes the low, so you can discard this one. I am also going to mark out this as well. There we go. And continue moving up or down following the price. Now, we didn't get a break up, instead we got a break down. So, to recap, we are expecting a short reversal in the context of having a point of interest below, which is great. Probably know how it goes by now. If either side gets broken, move it to the highest point within that range, or lowest if it's on the downside. This low gets moved down, this high gets moved down as well. Remove it. Again, I'm not going to count this because it is too short in my opinion. So it will be moved down, not there, to this one. All right, price broke right there. So move this to the highest point within this range and move this to a new low. Again, price broke right there. So move it down again to the highest point within this range. Now we have a break in the opposite direction, which is great because like the same thing as we're at right there, we can trade off it. I'm going to be slightly extending this box we drew earlier. There we go. So yeah, price came down, broke up, and now we can trade off this. Now you have two options. Basically, you can target this. This is the safest option. But since it is price-wise very close to this high, this probably would have worked as well. There we go. Maybe even this one. Yes, I mean, yeah, benefit of hindsight. But I wouldn't recommend it. Nice trade, 1 to 10, but that's not what we're going to do today. So price is between this high right there and this low right there. Again, we're probably not going to expect it, but we're going to do the same thing we've been doing the whole time. Price breaks up right there, so move this low to the lowest point within this range. Now, why am I not drawing the line right there? Because if this would be in real time, you would just keep seeing it go up and you would just move it if it goes up, right? You don't stop moving it up until it moves down first. And because it broke right there, we can use this zone, put a projection. I mean, you get the deal by now. Top below, targeting the high. So let's continue moving on. Price breaks right there. Move this up to the lowest area of this range. When I say range, I mean from the start until the end. So the highest or lowest, depending on which side, within this, I should probably use a box, within this area. So in our case, that is right there. And because it broke upside, you can use this to enter from, targeting the high as per usual. And we're just going to keep trailing it up. There we go. It broke right there. So this low we actually need. Now it's kind of going flat. Let's see. All right, it does get broken right there. So let's see, the lowest area within this range is right there. It gets broken right there. So you can, I mean, again, this is pretty thin, but you could have used it as an entry. Just be wary of your stop to not put it too tight. This continues. I mean, it's really simple. You just follow it down, move the line to the highest or lowest point within that range. I'm not going to be explaining it every time. I think it's pretty clear. If there is some confusion, let me know, of course. But I feel like I'm a broken tape recorder right now. So I'm just going to be marking them out. So you don't need those. Let's actually redo this one because it's pretty bad. I personally would not have done this. I wouldn't even have traded off of this, but let's just leave it there. So we have a break right there, and a break into the opposite side, which means potential reversal. Oh, our trade from earlier actually got entered, and we are currently about halfway to TP. That's awesome. And I mean, yeah, we reached the end. So we walked through the entire day. I probably missed a couple entries. I wasn't really trying that hard, but I mean, so far pretty solid. All right, so that was it for today. Let me know what you think about these videos, whether you prefer the videos with live examples or this in a more retrospective way. I don't care. I will do either, but I'm trying to build a community here. So I want to do what you think is good content, right? Because I don't want it to be a one-way street where I just push endless information your way that you don't really care about. I want to make videos about your struggles, what you struggle with, and how you can overcome it. So let me know which style video you prefer, or basically anything else. Keep it work safe though. The comments are open. Let me know. This worked out better than I expected, honestly. This one was pretty impulsive, I'm not gonna lie. But so far, it's looking great. Let me know if this hits. I'm gonna be closing down, but I'll be checking YouTube, getting these subs, even though there are only 3 people. That shows me that people want to watch my videos. If I continue gaining subscribers or getting comments about people asking how to do stuff, I'm gonna keep making videos. So yeah, let me know what you think. And that was it for today. If you enjoyed, like the video. It does really tell me what people do or do not like. And if you don't like it, leave me a comment. What could be done in a different way? If you want to make sure you don't miss any of my future uploads, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. That way you get notified whenever I upload. All right, I am done self-shilling. I promise. Take care, man.